let's get into it. This is episode 6 of SoundCheck, and we are talking about divisiveness. 1. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another week of SoundCheck. I hope y'all are liking these episodes so far. Want to get the views up on this. I know it's going to take a lot of groundwork, footwork to get these views popping like that. But, you know, this is something that, even for me, it's like a therapy session, you know, just venting and, you know, giving an encouraging word. Because an encouraging word is not just for, you know, the audience that I'm speaking to, but it's also for me, for myself as well. So, you know, these are also healing for me, listening back to these and just seeing, you know, where I'm at with it, you know. So I hope y'all are really enjoying these. A little update on my potato vines back here, man. They struggling. It's fierce, but you see, they trying to survive. They trying to hang in there, but yeah, man, it ain't looking too good, man. I'm trying to give them some water. Luckily, we got some heat right now. We got some sun, you know what I'm saying? The melanin is popping and whatnot. You know, we got some sun out today, so, you know, trying to take advantage of this climate right now, you know, because pretty soon these cold fronts gonna start kicking in. It's gonna be crazy. So, you know, it's just one of them things, man. I'm trying to save these plants, you know. I went on vacation and them joints, they trying to get up out of here, but I'm gonna see if I can save them though. So in a couple of weeks, if y'all see some new plants behind me, don't be alarmed. But you know, off of my initial synopsis, I'm trying to save these joints. So, you know, we'll see where, you know, the next couple of weeks go with that. But to get on topic, man, I want to talk about divisiveness amongst us, man. So many things are breaking us up as a people, as a human race, as a society, man. You got religion, you got politics, you got like different school systems, different beliefs and whatnot. Like you don't really know where to turn as far as who you can trust, as far as who you can believe in. Hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, but you don't really know who you can turn to in these disheartening times, confusing times that we're living in. And you know, for me, it's just one of them things where definitely praying, meditating, staying to yourself, man. Like, and not staying to yourself like feeding into the separation, but staying to yourself where you gotta watch your energies, man. You gotta watch who you surround yourself with. I always say you gotta watch and be mindful of who's in your corner and who's in your business. Like, because it's a huge difference. And if you don't protect your energy, protect your auras, protect your chakras, man, like you'll be in a world of trouble, because you'll just be believing anything and falling for anything and not standing for nothing and having the wrong people around you. And that's something that you just don't want, because you don't want your energy going down because of the energy that you're around. That was a bar. That ain't that rhyme. I wasn't even trying to do that. I'm rapping even when I'm not rapping. But like, yeah, man, like, you know, so I stay water signed up, chakra beaded up, you know what I'm saying? Black onyx up, obsidian stones, all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't rock jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Like I rock, like, you know, got a bohemian vibe going on over here. But, you know, like for me, I want my audience, I want y'all, and even for myself, like I want y'all to embrace who you are. Find the things that make you happy, find the things that you want to do, and then do those things. Protect your energy in the process, and also be nice to one another, man. Like, have common courtesy. It's okay. It doesn't make you soft. It doesn't make you like, less of a man or less of a woman to say thank you, excuse me, pardon me, can I help you with something? Like I feel like common courtesy and human decency has just been dying lately, man. Like, just because it's not too many things that we can turn to in these uncertain times. And people got to remember, and people got to think, like, a lot right, especially right now, by the time this video comes out, the presidential election is going to be over. We'll know who's going to be our next president or current riding president, if Trump stays in office, or if or if Biden dethrones him. This ain't no political podcast or no political channel or nothing like that, but at the same time it ties into it because politics is such a divisive topic. And now they even got things like your vote per se is still in secret, but your record of I think they say your vote is secret, but it shows if you voted. That's the thing. Like, it shows if you voted during this election, and I guess going forward, because I ain't never heard of nothing like that. Like, where your voting record is public knowledge, like, you know what I'm saying? Even stuff like that. Like, as soon as I saw the ad or the commercial or whatever, I was like, oh yeah, I see the divisiveness coming in that. We got the whole Black Lives Matter movement, you know what I'm saying? Like, Black Lives Matter, all that, you know what I'm saying? We have like your political left wingers over here, and all these different things where people, like, right now, people are just not getting along. People are not coming together, and it's so many just trying times. People are walking around with festered up animosity towards each other because, you don't know who to trust nowadays. You don't know who to believe. You don't know who to turn to. And, I just want to just give an encouraging word to say, man, stay prayed up, man. Like, meditate. Like, focus on what you need to focus on, your career goals, your family, your loved ones, your friends, all that. Like, just put yourself in a space to where those things are like trivial to you because you focused on something bigger than politics. You focus on something bigger than religion. You focus on something bigger than going to college. Like, there's so many things that are important to our lives that we don't even realize are important because the media has pushed other things to be at the forefront of importantness. Another thing that is divisive, college. I know a lot of my people out there, and I went to college. I have a college degree, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you already know how I give it up. Like, I already talked about in my music how I think, college is a scam, and it's created to keep society in debt. And there's only so many cases where people have actually paid their debt off and recouped and actually gained from getting a college degree. Because nowadays in 2020, man, you can go to YouTube University and learn anything you want. If I want to learn how to play piano, I can do it right here on YouTube. If I want to learn how to build something, be a craftsman, if I want to learn how to work on a car, if I want to learn anything you could think of, it's on YouTube. And there are so many things that I have learned outside of school, outside of high school, outside of college, that I never was taught inside of a classroom. And and it gets you to thinking, like, oh, okay, like, even though checkbooks are a thing of the past, we barely use them, if anybody uses those anymore. But back then it was like, oh, okay, like, why didn't they teach us about taxes? Why didn't they teach us about how to balance a checkbook? Why didn't they teach us about all these different things that would have helped us in life? Like, I don't care about X plus Y equals Z and that. Like, I don't care about none of that. So, those are different kinds of things that, I find divisive when it comes to the school system, is that most people would think that college is necessary. To me, I feel like it's necessary, but only in certain instances, in certain career paths, is it absolutely necessary. You know, you want to be a physicist, a doctor, like lawyer. Like there's certain things where it's like you need that, but other things like you don't need a college degree just so you can wind up at some job making 15 an hour. That's not what you went to college for. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what it is. You want your job to be reflective of what you went to college for. And the last thing you want is to be at a job, decent pay, but saying, dang, I didn't need a college degree to do this job. Like, man, like I would have been better off not even going to college, putting myself in debt, stressing myself out for exams and tests and SATs and all this other stuff. And then at the end of the day, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? To quote like a Linkin Park track or something, in the end, it don't even matter, because that's what it feels like. So, you know, those are things that, you know, I feel like we need to break away from the norm, because who really knows what normal is? Who really knows what the norm is? Let's break away from what society has taught us. One of my favorite artists, Odyssey, he had a bar in one of his songs on his album, The Iceberg, where he talks about, he said, I just want to break out the norm and do the opposite of everything I was told. So like, you know, yeah, I think it was something like that. Oh no, he said, I just want to break out the mold and do the opposite of everything I was told. So that was the bar. So, you know, when you think of things like that, I just want to break out the mold and do the opposite of everything I was told. Like, I want to go against the grain. I don't want to just be a sheep believing in everything that comes along. Life is more than going to school, getting a job, getting married, and dying at the end. There's so much more to do out there. There's so many more things to accomplish, to see, to do, and people to meet, places to go. And I just feel like, you know, we as a society, we've caged ourselves in. We've caged ourselves in and locked ourselves in a box, and we got to break out of that joint. Because I'm telling you right now, as long as we keep feeding into mainstream media, and as long as we keep like feeding into things that are trivial and not important to your everyday life, your everyday struggle, like I'm telling you right now, man, it's gonna be a long road ahead of you. Because at the end of the day, we have to put down everything that's divisive. We gotta put that down, man. Like we gotta start worrying about the things that are important: your family, your kids, your well-being, your health, your financial situation, your living situation, your status in life. You gotta start worrying about that instead of worrying and stressing out over political issues on TV that don't even touch you, because they're so high up there that they don't even come down to where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, the presidency at the end of the day does not necessarily affect you on a local level. I'll say that again. The presidency does not even affect you on a local level. It's all about your governors, your sheriffs, your figures that you vote into your local offices. You know, they affect you more than the actual presidency, but everyone is just freaking out. And like I said, like, this will come out after the election. This video will drop like mid-November. So it's just like, I see people right now just stressing out and, you know, just losing their minds over things that they can't control. And that's something that we got to get rid of. Like, you have to stop losing your mind over things that you can't control, because at the end of the day, it's doing nothing but eating you alive. And that's something that you can't afford. That's something I can't afford. I can't afford to be worrying about, you know, a president that don't know me from a can of paint. At the end of the day, I got to do what I got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, let's come together. Let's be nice to each other, man. Let's talk to each other like we got some sense, man, because people are crazy out here. People are stressed out here, and you talking to people like you ain't got no common sense. You ain't got no courtesy, man. Like, people are ready to snap. And what'll go the long distance, what'll take somebody to the end of the road, is a kind word saying thank you Oh, I noticed that. Can I buy you a cup of coffee? Are you good? Like, you want it? Like, little things like that. You ain't got to go all the way out your way. But at the same time, like, if you feel it in your heart to help somebody, to be a blessing to somebody, to see somebody over here struggling and you lend them a helping hand, like, things like that is what matters, man. Instead of all this other stuff that you can't even control, that has nothing to do with you, but you so worried about it because that's what you've been taught. Like, oh, we need to be focused and fixated on elections and fixated on like things that don't even matter. People, man, somebody was asking me if I watched the presidential debate. I was like, no, for what? We already know what's gonna happen. It's a circus act. Like, why? What am I watching that for? Man, like stop it, man. Like, I care about things that are way more important than that. Way more important than that. And people will say, like, what's more important than that? Like, your president is super important and you got to get out there and vote and yada, yada, yada. Man, I'm telling you right now, everything that you see before you in the mainstream media is a farce. It is a farcity. It is a lie. Like, I'm telling you right now, and if you fall into the matrix, if you fall into the trap of believing everything that you see, believing everything that you hear, and then spewing it and regurgitating it out to the masses, man, like, that's what you don't want to do. It's going to be a long road for you. And I'm telling you, you do not want to be caught up in something that you have no idea what you're dealing with. People, please listen to me. Pay attention to what's important in life, because the things that you think are important do not matter at all. And the things that you rarely ever consider, rarely ever think about, could be some of the most important things. But you're so focused on what's beyond you that you don't even see what's right in front of you. So I just want to send an encouraging word out to everybody to be focused on your goals, be focused on your dreams, be focused on your family, your friends, your career, your health and well-being. Those are the things that are important, not things that are divisive, like institutions and racism and just politics and religion and all of these things that break people apart. Like, nah, man, let's come together. Let's come together. Let's love each other. Let's care for one another. Let's be there for each other. And let's be the society, be the utopian society that we actually have the potential of being. Because at the end of the day, man, like, I know how, man, human beings are annoying. Human beings are annoying. They can be some of the most petty, foul, destructive creatures on this planet. And don't say F the world. The world did nothing to you. It was a person. It was a person that did that to you. Don't say F the world. Don't say F 2020 or any other year, because any year you can think of, disasters have happened. Blunders have happened. Trials and tribulations have happened. Like, do not look at it as this year or the world in general is to be cursed because something went wrong in it. No, a lot of things go bad every single day. And until the day we die, we're going to face tribulations and, be dissatisfied with things that are going on. But the world did nothing to you. It was people. It was humans. So what I'm saying is, let's break the cycle. Let's break from the mold. Let's do the opposite of everything we were told. Let's be nice to each other. Let's encourage one another. Let's uplift one another. Stay prayed up. Stay meditated up. Man, just protect your energy. Realize and know your history. Understand who God is and what God does. Because at the end of the day, you cannot control what you cannot control. Be in tune with who you are and recognize who and what's around you, and just learn how to not be divisive. Period. We have no time for arguing. We have no time for bickering. We have no time for being pitted against each other. We need to come together, because at the end of the day, all we got is each other. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. Pray for my plants as well as pray for yourselves. And, you know, until next time, man, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying the videos. Hope y'all are enjoying SoundCheck. Like I said, I don't want these to be too long and drawn out. Let me know if y'all want them to be longer, and we can work on that in the future. But for now, I'm going to try and keep it at this range, because I like what we're doing with these videos. So we're going to keep this going for as long as possible. But until next time, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace. One love.